Attention passionate Chicago, BEARS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, BEARS. Let's get to the news when talking about the Bears' future, especially as we look ahead to the 2024 NFL season. One name that's been buzzing around the rumor mill is Antoine Winfield, Jr. From the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to the Windy City. It's a scenario that could shake up the NFC North and really give the Bears a shot in the arm on defense. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Is this just fantasy talk? Well, let's break it down because the whispers are getting louder and the potential impact is too significant to ignore. Sources indicate that Tampa Bay might be open to trading Antoine Winfield, Jr. to the Bears in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2027 draft and a young safety, primarily to free up cap space for the Buccaneers to facilitate a transition at quarterback. Tampa Bay has been focusing on their offensive line, especially after the struggles this past season, and clearing cap space seems to be a priority. Meanwhile, for the Bears, acquiring Winfield, Jr. wouldn't just be a splash move, it could be a cornerstone for their secondary, one that's been working tirelessly to improve after a somewhat inconsistent 2023 campaign. Now, let's talk about the player himself. Winfield, at just 27 years old, is what we call a versatile safety, the kind of guy who can do it all. Over his 6-year career, he's accumulated a solid 312 tackles, 15 interceptions, and has earned a reputation as one of the hardest-hitting, smartest safeties in the league. His PFF grade has hovered around 89, which is pretty impressive for a safety, and he's made 3 Pro Bowls so far. In the 2025 season, up until December 25th, Winfield played 15 games, posting 78 tackles, 4 picks, and 2 sacks, with an EPA per target of -0.22. His coverage grade last year was a stellar 92, and he's been reliable against the run with an 88. 7 run defense grade, all without any major injuries. Looking at his 2024 stats, Winfield really shined, earning a PFF grade of 91. 5 with 6 interceptions, an interception rate of about 42%. That's higher than some of the league's top safeties, like Budda Baker or Quandre Diggs, and he's better than Simmons in pass deflections, with 20 on the year. His career forced fumbles are at 10, illustrating his playmaking ability. The reason Tampa might be willing to part ways with him is complex but understandable. The Buccaneers' backfield has been average at best, averaging around 25 points per game. They've got about $30 million in cap space, but with extensions needed for players like Mike Evans, holding on to Winfield at $17 million per year could be a tough sell. Plus, they've already traded assets like Bayard in 2023, which was a gamble that paid off but also left them exposed in pass coverage. For the Bears, acquiring Winfield, Jr. makes a lot of sense. Not only would they be adding a proven playmaker, but they'd also be boosting their secondary significantly. Imagine a defense that can generate around 10 more interceptions next season, while allowing fewer yards per pass, potentially dropping from a PFF coverage grade of 83. 0 to something closer to 78 or 76 with Winfield's addition. That's a game changer. And let's not forget, the Bears have been working on their pass rush and overall defense since last offseason, trying to create a more disruptive unit. Winfield, with his instinct, agility, and keen sense of reading plays, could be the missing piece. In terms of impact, this move could be enormous. If we look at the 2024 season, the Bears' defense allowed roughly 22 points per game, and their turnover differential was below 0. Bringing in a player of Winfield's caliber would not only increase turnovers, possibly adding around 7 more takeaways, but it could also significantly reduce the points scored against them. Think about it. A safety who can turn the tide with an interception or a forced fumble, giving the offense more chances to score and control the game. And this isn't just about adding another player. It's about redefining the Bears' identity on defense. With Winfield on the field, the secondary becomes a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. His ability to hawk balls, combined with his instinctive playstyle, makes him a true hawk of the shadows, as some fans have called him. His knack for making plays in critical moments is exactly what the Bears need to elevate their defense into the upper echelon of the league. Plus, His leadership qualities and experience in high-pressure situations will be invaluable as the Bears aim for a playoff push and ultimately a deep playoff run. Now, looking at the bigger picture, the NFL odds for the Super Bowl are reflecting some of this optimism. Last year, the Bears were viewed as long shots, +2, 500 to +950 in Super Bowl LVII betting odds. But with a move like acquiring Winfield, those odds could tighten considerably. Experts are already suggesting that with Winfield's addition, the Bears' Super Bowl chances could improve from +950 to around +600 or even better, especially if the defense gels quickly. The NFC is wide open, and teams like the Eagles and 49ers are formidable. But if the Bears can shore up their secondary and create turnovers, they could be dark horses in the playoff chase. Additionally, Winfield's presence could have a ripple effect across the entire defense. His ability to read plays, anticipate routes, and make game-changing interceptions, much like Ed Reed in the Ravens' secondary of the 2000s, could help the Bears turn the tide in close games. The potential for him to be a difference-maker in key moments, especially against division rivals, makes this move even more enticing. Imagine him lining up against the Eagles' aerial attack, possibly neutralizing their top receivers, or providing extra support against the 49ers' dynamic tight ends and running backs. His versatility allows the Bears to deploy him in multiple roles, from traditional safety to a hybrid linebacker-like presence in certain packages, which could confuse offenses and create opportunities for turnovers. As we look toward the upcoming season, the Bears are positioning themselves as serious contenders, and adding a player like Winfield Jr. could be the catalyst that pushes them over the edge. The team's front office has been building thoughtfully, and if this trade happens, it signals a clear statement. Chicago is all in on winning now. With the offensive pieces already in place, including Justin Fields and a developing offensive line, bolstering the defense is the logical next step. Winfield's addition would give the Bears an elite player in the secondary and a leader on the field, someone who can elevate the entire unit. From a strategic standpoint, this move also brings a lot of flexibility. Winfield's ability to play close to the line of scrimmage and in coverage means the Bears can adapt their defensive schemes based on the opponent. Against teams with strong passing attacks, he can be deployed as a single high safety, providing deep help and disrupting routes. In run-heavy matchups, his tackling ability and instinct make him a formidable force against the run, helping to keep the opposition's ground game in check. This kind of versatility is exactly what a team aiming for a deep playoff run needs, a Swiss Army knife in the secondary. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL, and there are always risks involved in any trade. The Buccaneers might be asking for a premium, a first-round pick, after all, and that's a significant investment. But if the Bears can land Winfield Jr., it's a move that could pay dividends for years to come, especially if it translates into more wins, more turnovers, and a shot at the Super Bowl. The NFC North is ripe for the taking, and with a strong secondary led by Winfield, the Bears could be the division's new kings. In conclusion, this potential trade is more than just a rumor, it's a statement. The Bears are positioning themselves not just as playoff contenders, but as serious Super Bowl hopefuls. Anton Winfield Jr. could be the missing piece in their puzzle, a dynamic playmaker who brings energy, experience, and a winning mentality to a team hungry for success. If this move comes to fruition, it'll be a game changer, marking the start of a new chapter in Chicago Bears history, one where they aim to dominate the NFC and chase that coveted Lombardi Trophy once again. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news.